Dude's barrel-chested like Arn Anderson out there taking his face off. He's almost 80% from the dot. He's so dominant that Kevin Cassis, Lehigh's head coach, said only 2 face-off men even really tried against him throughout the course of the year. And he was able to win those 2 matchups handily. Now we'll get a whistle on the loose ball. And it'll go to Lehigh off the infraction early. One thing to note for Lehigh, Tommy Schelling, their all-conference, all-Patriot attackman, doesn't look like he's going to be able to go today. An upper body injury. And just before game time, Kevin Cassis says it looks like we're going to be really foreign to him in terms of being down low. Gersbeck over to Cole. Gersbeck now back to his right in the middle of the field. Has a player wide open in the middle, and it's a goal for Justin Tiernan. Mountain Hawks strike first.
This first midfield complements themselves so well. You've got some big-time Dodgers, Garsbeck, then a finisher in Tiernan. Steady Eddie. Look at 44 in white. Just a subtle little move at the crease. You got the defender staring at the ball. Him understanding how to play off ball. He fills that.
Had an outstanding season. That was one area that Brian Brecht really needed to shore up. Face-offs and goaltending in the offseason. He did it with goaltending. Face-offs still leaves a little something to be desired. Loose ball, and a Lehigh player lost his stick, so he had to get out of the play. Here comes Rutgers. Francowiak. This is part of why they call it NASCAR. The defensive middies will stay in on the play and try to get early offense. That's Francowiak right there, 26 with the ball in his cross. We'll see how long he stays on offense and if he decides to come out. Now they get an easy shot in front after a big-time feed from Mullins. And Rutgers knocks it up.
Well, you have to find possessions when you're staring down Michael Sisselberger. Where are you going to get him? Well, you're going to fight and scrap for every loose ball opportunity, and that's what Rutgers does. Francowiak gets the ground ball, a veteran defensive midfielder for the Scarlet Knights, and then you give it to the quarterback, Kieran Mullins. Mullins to Charalambides. We've been calling that combination, it seems like, for a decade, Cotter.
Year in the Big Ten, started a house of fire this year, didn't he, Clark? Slowed down a little bit in the second half.
Yeah, 7 straight games with a goal. The last 4 games, he has not scored. They need him in this game because, along with Sprock at the midfield, that was the 1-2 punch that kind of took some pressure off this star-studded attack.
There's Sprock. Right on call, Clark.
Dallas, Texas in the house. Agent Zero delivers. Sprock has had a fantastic junior campaign. He's known to stretch defenses with a hammer of a shot. He's a right-handed player, but he shows you if you commit to that side, he will smoke you with his offhand. Rutgers up by...
Mullins gonna have to find somebody cutting quickly. Charalambides can't handle the pass. Ground ball picked up by Lehigh. Leggett. He can shoot, opts not to instead. Kirst makes the extra pass. Goal by Scott. Scott Cole buries it.
Scott Cole is Tommy Schelling's replacement, just a freshman out of McDonough, a powerhouse in Baltimore. But this goal starts with the ground ball machine, Teddy Leggett, who leads Lehigh in ground balls other than their face-off specialist, Michael Sisselberger. He is a beast in transition. He's a Canadian. He played a ton of box lacrosse. So smooth with the long pole. Gets the ground ball, starts the transition. Tic-tac-toe, Kirst to Cole. We'll take that.
Cole. He shoots. Kirst made the save. Couldn't find it initially, but a rebound comes back out. Eichelberger. Now Moulet. Skip pass. Try to get a quick feed in front. Pass goes wanting. Now an opportunity for Rutgers. Kirst. Now pass in front and a goal. Mullins was right on the doorstep and he buried it.
Just what the doctor ordered. The Jersey faithful loves it. Strike in transition. Errant pass, or actually a good pass by Cole Kirst, not handled by his teammate. His brother on the opposite team. He knows ground ball, head up, find the next 2-on-1. It's Kirst to Charalambides.
Face-offs all year. They were the worst of the 16 teams in the tournament as far as face-off percentage going against the best. It was 1 versus 16, Lehigh versus Rutgers.
Yeah, but they've been able to clear the ball, top 10 in the nation, so you're clean in that area. You haven't turned the ball over, only 1 turnover this game, so you have to find possessions. If you play clean elsewhere, you'll get opportunities like that with Charalambides.
Charalambides' second of the game. Extends Rutgers' lead to 2.
You know, I said in the open, the maturation of his game. He's known as a lefty sniper, right? You saw him with a nice dish to Kieran Mullins the prior possession, but this is really his calling card. Plant his feet, Charalambides, and then you have the quarterback behind in Mullins, who will find soft spots in the inside. So I like the outside shooters keeping this defense honest.
Mullins now. Here's Sprock. Kirst. Charalambides thought about it again, got a little bit of a better angle and scored.
Instincts, offensive awareness, it's skill packaged in one. Look at the subtle little stick fake in the way that he positions his feet to sell the defense to get underneath. This is a fantastic goal by Aiton Red. So he catches the ball here, gets the defense to bite upfield, right? Like he's shooting. He took that same shot like 3 times in this game. So now that opens up the inside because they're playing him as a left.
Down the alley, forced behind the cage. Again, Lehigh without Tommy Schelling, their all-Patriot League attackman today with an upper body injury. That really has to have affected them offensively, don't you think, Cart?
Well, he's their leading assist man. He's also their quarterback. He's like Kieran Mullins is for Rutgers.
Colin Kirst is there. He has been there all day long, and another big-time outlet pass, an opportunity for Brennan Kamish in this NASCAR offense. Kamish will take a shot and score!
Spence is mad. Spence wanted that one. Something happened on the Kamish release that threw Spence off because you see him drill the shaft on his helmet in disgust. Kamish comes down middle of the field. Chances defensively, which will allow them to get some transition defense to offense. So as much as you like this zone defense, it slows down actually your offense, if that makes sense.
Right. Now Kirst got free here. He'll take a shot and finally beats his brother. And that gets the Lehigh faithful, including his mom, on her feet.
Mom is happy because the older brother in cage has owned the younger brother to that point. So now she can breathe a little and say, okay, now both boys can be a little bit happy after the game, right? You want your son to hit the back of the net, but when you're a goalie's mom, you cringe every single time. But everyone's winning when it comes to the Kirst family. Cole Kirst gets his team within 3. Father Kyle is shining down on this family today. A beautiful representation. Kind of fall back as we approach this 4th quarter.
North Carolina won earlier today. They advanced the quarters. So they're making their plans to go to Hempstead. They'll take on the winner of this game. Moulet inside of Tiernan. Man, Kirst has been great too. Both these goaltenders have been sensational. Now he'll look to make a great pass, and he does again. His clearing passes have been great. And a quick goal. Danninger scored. So to your point moments ago, Kark, Sisselberger's going to get you possessions. What do you do with those possessions? Can you carve your way and chop away at this disadvantage?
Who is the guy on this Lehigh offense that could break their man down, right? Who's the guy, what a check, that is saying, okay, I'm going to initiate the offense and make this defense rotate and commit to me as a Dodger. Haven't seen it so far. 3 goals. Like right now, I just don't feel like they have that identity right now.
Push it back! Push it back! Q, that's you!
$20 to shoot for Rutgers as we tick inside of 10 minutes left to go in this one. Kamish, he scores! That was Mullins up top.
Kevin Cassis knows time is of the essence. It's the turnover by Lehigh. Just a basic transfer of a pass will drive you nuts. 7-3 could have been 7-4. Now it's 8-3. And your quarterback, we talked about one quarterback missing in. Hear him go get him. Converge on Sisselberger. Deals it. Wow, Connor. Don't play him as a Fogo. You heard Rutgers screaming, get him, basically saying that's the guy we want to attack. That's the guy who's not going to create offense. Well, 99 and white just said, not so fast.
Nigman with his first goal of the year, courtesy of a hell of a play by Mike Sisselberger, who's owned the face-off X all game long and shows he can dish it out too.
Sisselberger with the roll. The lefty deal. Like, don't disrespect me. I hear the bench behind me. Get him, that's him, that's him. No, it's not.
Gets a break on that face-off, and then Rutgers comes right back, and it's Connor Kirst with his first of the day.
We've just seen the impact of Michael Sisselberger in like 10 seconds. This just tells you how important he is, because he has to go off because of all the gas he used, right? To get that last assist, but now he's off. When is the last time Lehigh loses a face-off out front to the opposition? Never when Michael Sisselberger's in.
Sisselberger back in, and Dugenio is emboldened by that last win. Will Kirst take another shot? He'll score twice.
Wow. Mom loves it, Grandpa loves it. I'm in shock because you don't see this with Michael Sisselberger. He comes back into the game, maybe he's still winded, maybe he's still gassed, but Dugenio pops it in front. You see Sisselberger there jogging back. Who knows how tired he is. Regardless, props to Dugenio in Rutgers. Going out. You know, it's crazy to think about this, but the assist by Sisselberger, which was the right play, and I would never question that, ultimately could have cost Lehigh 2 goals on the back end of it, if that makes sense.
Tiernan, he scores, cutting the deficit to 5. Well, it was a huge juice goal, maybe too much juice. Sisselberger's goal.
Tiernan's been the inside guy. Yep, and Tiernan, we saw him with the first goal of the game on the high crease. I like what he does for this offense, because you could put him inside, but you could start him inside and then kind of shade up and find some seam, because Loyola had that contact tracing issue. But you think of the season they put together. with so many pieces coming back as well. This is a team that's not going anywhere.
Up year for the conference in general, too. 2 teams making it to the NCAA tournament. Certainly buoyed by the lack of the Ivy, but when you think about Army, Navy, Lehigh, Loyola. Man up goal by Rutgers. That may just about do it with 1:44 left to go. Hat trick for Kirst. Mom's happy. She's going to have to console Cole, but pleased with the performance of her kids today.
You can tell Cole you get another crack at it next year, but for Connor, this is the last day.
Russo originally picked up the GB, now Dugenio. Back over to Kirst. Defense Kowiak with the clear, and Rutgers now can just run this clock all the way down without having to worry about the shot clock.
Yeah, this is a great moment for this program because as much as has so much to do with guys like Kieran Mullins, you think of all those bubble teams with the Scott Beatas of the world and the Jules Henningbergs. Goals like that, you feel like the weight is off the shoulders. That's not.
Kirst defended nicely. Great job by Bullitt stepping in the passing lane. You know, everyone talks about this NASCAR offense, and for good reason, Clark, but defensively, they played really well today. Not just Colin Kirst, but in front of him, too, especially on the ground.
They did. They owned the one-on-one matchups. Lehigh did not get separation in this game. Not one Lehigh player really was able to put their foot in the ground and to gain separation to force slides. Rutgers did not have to slide today.
The Scarlet Knights